That time of year again. It is about week one, but it's my favorite time of the year. I'd say 10 weeks, Coach, but I think we both know typically it goes a little bit longer than that when you talk about this South Range Raiders traditional program. We are here with Dan Yeagley, the head coach of the South Range Raiders, the 6th season of Coach's Corner on YSN, and we are so blessed and honored to have you each and every year, and typically each and every week. And this year it's going to be no different. Coach, thank you once again for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Like I said, 6 years has flown, hasn't it? Oh my, it just flew by. I remember our first interview sitting in the office. It was so much fun. We sat there, we laughed and giggled and cried and did a little bit of everything.
Yep.
But it's just, you're such a blessing to all these athletes, to all these programs. To me personally, you're such a blessing to me, and what you have done with YSN is unbelievable, and what you've done for high school sports is unbelievable. I'm not even talking about football, all high school sports. I mean, you start broadcasting soccer games, golf matches here now, and a little bit of everything, volleyball games. I mean, basketball games, go on, baseball, traveling to Little League baseball all around the United States. What you've done, and I've been blessed to see you interview some of these little guys and see them in front of a mic, and how that has to make their day. I mean, it made my day watching it. I mean, it was so much fun, and what a blessing you are, and YSN, and you, because you are YSN. But I appreciate. I can't thank you enough for the last 6 years and more. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to see what the future has in store for you.
Oh boy,
I should be interviewing you.
I'll make you a deal. We talked about it a couple years ago. How about week 10? We'll flip the script. You and Kelly can come on, and you guys will flip it, because by then we'll probably have covered a lot of the season, getting ready for playoffs. We'll do a little, prep for week 10, but then we'll flip it. If I promised you a couple years ago, and I never came through. It's always been in the back of my mind. I got to cash in.
That sounds fun. I'm looking forward to it already.
Well, the way you prepare, I'm going to have to prepare on my own stories to make sure they're calculated. Because I know you are not only a student of the game. I mean, you've been coaching over 2 decades. You are so astute with how you plan. I'm interested for this first question, because I started out with Coach Q the other day. How do you plan for your summers now that you have now that you're in retirement mode, and your entire year basically is a summer?
My entire year is a summer, and it's fun. I spend a lot more time with my wife Kelly, and I have a lot of fun there. Like we were talking about earlier, my grandson was here today, or all week actually, and we play. My den's a mess. It's a playhouse right now, and it's been so much fun. Nolan, it's been fun having Nolan here at the house for a week, and while my son and daughter-in-law went on vacation. But you prepare. It's more just football oriented and family oriented. I love spending time with my family. I love spending time with Kelly, and it's great. Wake up in the morning at whatever time, drinking a cup of coffee with her. Doing some last minute planning before football practice, then heading off to practice, especially when school starts and the season starts. Heading out, getting there about 1:30 or so, and going through practice, and then coming back home and relaxing a little bit, finding out what's going on, not having to grade papers, not having to do schoolwork. I have, my life is awesome. I mean, it's been a real blessing, and retirement's been fun. I've enjoyed it. It's kept me rejuvenated a little bit, and a chance to go camping. We've been camping quite a bit, and looking forward to many more years of this.
Let's get right to the X's and O's, because I have got no. I mean, you cover that so well. I had a question at every single stage, and then you answered it. So
I knew you were going to ask them.
I know you by now. You know what I'm coming at you with. So let's go week 1. I mean, this is going to be a different looking Raider team. You lost some key components out of that, but still seemingly, you guys are still the talk of the town. You got Billy Skirpak, one of the elite quarterbacks in the entire area. You guys just keep growing those QBs on trees out there at South Range and plucking them right off when it's time. But your running game, I mean, it shouldn't miss a beat. As good as Dylan Dominguez was on offense and on defense, your backfield should not miss a beat on either side, because of the guys that were tutored by Dylan all the way up. Talk to me about, the guys that are going to have to step up this year.
Yeah, we've been spoiled a little bit. Dylan's been a 3-year starter for us. I mean, 3-year starter and 1,000-yard rusher all 3 years. I mean, that's pretty remarkable in itself. And, you don't replace somebody like that. You look to build on it. You look to expand on what he's done. You got Tyler Remish, senior, doing a great job in the offseason and a great job in this preseason, getting ready. We knew him as a linebacker last year. He's still a linebacker this year, but he's going to step in and start carrying the load a little bit at running back. And we're going to see a couple different faces. We're going to see him, and he's so important to us defensively that we have to be able to give him a break. And when we do give him a break, it's going to be on offense. And, you see Blake Ewert, who's doing a great job at running back also, Cam Acquisto. There's a bunch of them. You might as well talk about Aiden Dominguez in there also, and Dylan Smesko, a couple sophomores that have done a good job. So it's going to be by committee. And, Landon Moore has been running the ball a little bit, and Hunter Knopf. So we have people that have been stepping in and doing a great job there. And we're going to see who's hot and who's not, and who's doing well. The scrimmage here against West Branch is going to be important to find out a little bit more how these guys react to certain situations and how they do. And, we know we can throw. Billy's there. We know he can throw. You got Shane Lindstrom out there, and you got Aiden Leone, and you got J.D. Krause, and the whole gang. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. Jake Starkey, who's also going to see some running back time and did a great job in the last scrimmage. So we're going to see a bunch of people and highlight a bunch of people. And, you can't focus on one. We've gone against teams that you had to stop a running back or stop a quarterback. And we don't want to be in that situation. We want to be able to run and throw, do whatever we want. Let Coach Allegretto call the offense the way he wants and the way that we can be successful. And, like I said, he's been with me forever. And, he's going to, we're going to get things going. And, we're going to see a lot of different faces and a lot of different names, but we're going to have fun along the way.
I'm going to say you're going to keep me on my toes up in the booth is what you're trying to tell me.
Oh, yes. I mean, make sure you have that roster.
I'm ready. I'm sitting here. I got the glasses.
Some numbers just to keep you a little bit more busy.
Oh, fantastic. Just keep it coming. We'll have the huddle cam this year. So I won't have to do this. I'll be able to watch in full focus this year. And the glasses are ready. We're ready to go. And I knew you were going to keep me on my toes this year somehow. Well, I just figured it out. So keeping you on your toes, I mean, you're going to week 1, there's no rest for the wicked because you got Springfield. And this is a Springfield team that when you talk to Coach Guerrero and you guys are friends, this is a Springfield team that a lot of people are sleeping on. And Sean Guerrero is embracing the underdog role that I don't think, in my humble opinion, will last long because it's another good Springfield team. They, much like you, continue to churn out good team after good team after good team. Yes, they lose Bo Brungard. However, they've got another young man ready to go and ready to cement his legacy. How are you approaching week 1? Naturally, it's a rivalry for you, so we don't have to say much. But how do you approach week 1 whenever people are maybe not as geared up because there's not that one superstar player on the other side of the field?
We don't have to worry about one player. We got to worry about Springfield. I mean, Springfield, and Sean does a great job. And, his staff, we were throwing up at, you were there, we were throwing up at Salem and, opposite fields, opposite ends, and had a chance to watch him. And I told him just the other day when he called, I said, I really enjoyed watching how his interaction with his players, his coach's interaction with his players. He's got a great staff, and he's a great coach, and he gets his kids ready to play every week in and week out. And we have to be able to prepare for the unexpected. I mean, we're not sure. Okay, Bo's not there. You sort of knew what Bo was going to do. He's going to do everything. And, we're not really sure. It's going to be a different team. It's going to be a little bit different scheme, I should say. And it's going to be different. I mean, we got to be prepared for everything. We can't go in saying, oh, they're going to do this. They're going to do this. They did this a couple of years ago. They're going to be completely different, but they're going to be very, very dangerous. And we know that. We got to come and play our very best week 1 because he's going to get them ready to play. And then they're going to play very well, and they're going to come after us, and we're going to get their best game ever. We know that. whatever happens, but we know it's going to be their very best game, and we know it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope we can give them our best game because we can't make mistakes. Last year we made a couple mistakes and we came out with a victory and everything else, but we still made mistakes. We weren't sharp. And I talked to you about that earlier. We still have a ways to go to sharpen and be where we want to be. We're not there yet. This summer has been crazy, how the state has done things, and we're just not there yet, but we're going to come out and we're going to play our very best, and we're going to get after it. And it's a rivalry game. It's a big game for South Range. It's a big game for Springfield. It's a big game for the communities, even more, because they love this rivalry game. And being on a Thursday, we're going to get some other people coming out to watch us, I'm sure. And I'm looking forward to a great game, and looking forward to seeing Coach Guerrero again. He's a great coach and a good person. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the battle. But it's going to be different, and we don't know what they're going to throw at us. And they're thinking the same thing. What are we going to be like without Dylan? We're thinking about what are they going to be like without Bo. There's going to be some different things there, and we kid around a lot, but we know it's going to be a hard-fought ball game, and we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be exciting because I got to imagine that those two are going to be somewhere around on the sidelines, in the stands, or watching on YSN.
Maybe they might drive down together from YSU. Why not?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's how ironic is that? I mean, there's nobody that doesn't understand that this is still one of the best rivalries in all of the area when it comes to Springfield and South Range. Being that you just kind of alluded to it, it's a Thursday night game. The Raider Dome's going to be rocking. Like, everybody's going to be there. Donnie Farron is smiling from ear to ear. I'm certain of it. Because both stands are going to be filled. People are going to be 5 deep on the fence. Do you ever take moments like that and just let them kind of sink in to what, your memory banks of, hey, this doesn't happen, especially since COVID, every Friday night anymore? Do you ever kind of step back before the game, during the game, after the game, and just go, wow?
I do. And I hope the kids do. I mean, that's, this is the kid season. We talked about that the other day. It doesn't matter. I've been through many seasons. This is their season. These seniors, this is their year. They're going to be known for whatever happens this year. And there's going to be a lot of great things that happen this year, and they're going to be known for those great things. And I hope they sit there and absorb the moment, especially this Springfield game, because it's a great rivalry. It's full of traditions, full of great games. Both sides, great wins and great losses. And I mean, it's I shouldn't say great losses, troubled losses, I should say. But I mean, it's just, you're going to learn from it. We're going to learn either way come week 1, because finally, we're going to see and prepare for a game that means a lot. It means a lot to like I said, our team and the community, and their team and their community. We're going to find out what we're all about. We're going to find out the true character of our team come Thursday night. And like I said, I'm looking forward to it, because these kids have been preparing for this. They've been looking forward to it for a long time. And now you got to go out and do it. But again, I hope they sit down during warm-ups and enjoy the moment, because it's electrifying. It really is. And South Range is a great place, and it's a great atmosphere for a football game. And, just hopefully they can sit back and not worry about the game for a couple seconds, and like I said, just enjoy the moment, because it's special, and it's their senior year. Those seniors have to enjoy this.
100%. And this has been an off season unlike any other, especially when you look at the way the weather has come through. I mean, the heat has been unbearable for most people. And then you add helmets and pads and things of that nature on when you guys are trying to train for your mission in week 1. How has it been for you? I know that you've adjusted the practice schedules throughout the season in the early going to accommodate for some of that heat, but has it been a pain for you and trying to stay kind of on task from that standpoint? And what adjustments have you guys made?
We haven't made a whole lot of adjustments. We do our normal doubles. I mean, we start at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we go to 10, and then we do start conditioning from 10 to 11, or conditioning running, and then watch film every day. So after that morning practice, and give them an hour break. I mean, they sit around, they relax a little bit, get them in the air conditioning, get their body temperature back to normal. And Then we go back out from noon till probably about 2:00. And by the time we head back in and get our lifting in and get our, other film time, our afternoon film time in. And it just, you got to adjust. I mean, because it has been hot. There's been some really hot days. Matter of fact, we took one afternoon off. I sent him home. Told him go find a swimming pool somewhere, go find a pond, go find something, and just relax a little bit. And and they came back better the next morning, and it was refreshing for them and refreshing for my coaches too. And you need that every once in a while. And but the fear is, come Thursday night, it may be 90 degrees come kickoff time, and you got to acclimate the kids to the heat. You got to acclimate them to that kind of temperature one way or another, and still try to keep them healthy, which is hard to do. But we hydrate. We talk about hydration constantly. We talk about our weight gain and weight loss, and we talk about nutrition. We talk about all those things, and you can't follow them around 24 hours a day, but you try to say it enough that they learn that they have to make sure they're hydrating and make sure that they're ready to go. And I heard Chris Colucci was talking about that, and yes, I do say it every day. You do have to hydrate, and you got to be ready. You can't afford not to, and you can't afford to come to a practice and not have a great day, because there's not that many practices anymore. And so you got to come ready and prepared. And part of that is make sure that your body's ready by hydrating.
Two guys we've talked to already. You alluded to one of them, Chris Colucci, one of my, he's my guy, man. He's my homeboy. Great young man, great family. And of course, Shane Lindstrom. Can you talk about these two in particular and what they've meant to the program over the years and what they mean to it if you guys want to do something special this year?
Chris is, I'll start with Chris. I mean, he's our only returning lineman. I mean, that's where we're a little bit weak, is on the offensive line. Not weak, inexperienced. I'm not going to say weak, because these guys have busted their butts and they're ready to play. And, we got a bunch of them, thank goodness. We've been rotating a lot of them in, just trying to find the right combination, what's best for the team. And, Chris is the leader down there. He makes our checks for us on the offensive line. He does what a great center should do. And he does that, and make sure that the snap's there every single play, because if it's not there, we're in trouble. So he does a great job there. He's been playing a lot of defense now on the defensive side of the ball, and he's doing a good job there. The wrestling skills have helped out a lot on the defensive side and the offensive side. He's a great athlete and very agile and moves well. And like I said, he's done some really nice things this summer and this fall, and I expect big things from him all year, and looking forward to see what he has played in his future too, and the college level and wrestling and this coming season and everything. And Shane is Shane. I mean, he's my a little bit more of my vocal leader. I need something done, I know he'll take care of it. Shane did, I didn't get to watch all of Shane's interview. I watched a little bit of it, and there's some things that, he's a special young man, but things that people don't see. He ran our youth camp. Him and Aiden Leone put together a whole youth camp for us and ran the whole thing. And the kids had a blast. I mean, all I had to do is sit there and show up and talk to the kids and encourage them and solve any little problems, which there wasn't any. And Shane's a great leader and explosive. You never know what you're going to get out of Shane. And looking forward to him having a good year. He had a great first scrimmage, and looking forward to good things tonight against West Branch, and looking forward to big things against Springfield, because he can make things happen. He's electrifying, and he's amazing, and it's going to be looking forward to his future too, because there's more football after South Range for him, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future has in store for him. And somebody's going to land a good one. Somebody's going to take get a good one, and he's going to help them out throughout the years at the next level. And like I said, he's fun, and you'll get to. I know you'll have fun watching, because he'll make a few highlights. I know for sure.
Oh, he's already, and he's prepared. He knew, like you, and these guys watch all these episodes anyway. But I said Julian Edelman in book, like he had a book ready to go. It was unbelievable. But no, two great kids. I knew you would do nothing but speak highly of them because
Oh
that's
my,
what you do.
they're wonderful and wonderful families. I mean,
Yes.
there you go, and wonderful families and wonderful people that support South Range and South Range football and all sports. And they're two good ones. I'm glad they're in our district, and I'm glad they're part of our family.
All right, so we got to take a step off the field now. It's time for that. It's about that time. Yeah, there's the deep breath. You can't gear up for these ones. Now, you are always calm demeanor, at least the majority of the time, 99% of the time, calm demeanor. What's one thing of pop culture that drives you bananas?
Oh, I try to stay out of that whole realm of things, so I don't even have to worry about it. And now you're making me think of it. That's even worse. You know, I guess pulp culture. Are you gonna throw social media in that pulp culture stuff?
Yep.
We had that discussion earlier because there's some things thrown out there, and I told the team, I said, you can't throw billboard material at Springfield. So they said, what's billboard material? They don't even know. They said, well, then they said, what's a billboard? Or bulletin board material or whatever else. They have no idea. I said it's copy and paste. Okay, whatever you want. But I'm sure they don't think that I see some of that stuff, and that, and I'm not looking for it. I'm really not. But every once in a while, somebody says, "Hey, look what so and so posted." Well, then I'm going to take a look at it, and and I'm not going to get mad at them or anything like that. I said, you got to worry about South Range. You can't worry about Springfield. You can't worry about anybody else. You got to worry about South Range. You got to take care of our own. And but the social media, I know, talking to other coaches, that's probably their biggest craziness, pet peeve, or whatever else you want to throw at them right
Concern,
now. And concern. Yeah, that's actually the best word. And because you don't know, some of these guys are on this social media and their phones and their computers and everything else all hours of the night, and they're not getting enough sleep. And I tell them, put your phones down, put it away, go to bed, get some rest. And we talk about resting all the time too. And we talk about nice little, if you ever get bored and want to read about Feed the Cats, it's a great little program about how lions and tigers and jaguars and all those cheetahs, how they rest all day. They rest and rest and rest, and then they give full exertion for that one moment so they can eat. Wow. And then they go back to what they do. They go back to resting again. Resting is so important. And Diane Crumpack, our track coach from before, and she got me hooked onto it, and got me interested in some of the things that they do, and how resting is probably the biggest part of any conditioning or anything else preparing. And these guys are losing that, and by being on their phones at night and everything else. And I don't even worry about them running around as much as I am being on their phones when they should be sleeping. So social media is a big thing. I don't understand some of their music, so we won't even go there neither. But and they kid around about that. They have somebody watching the door, so when I walk in, the music goes off. So they respect me, and we don't harp on it a whole lot, but they know how I feel about some of it, and that they really try to cater to my wishes, I guess, a little bit there. But we have, like I said, the social media stuff, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Just that drives me crazy. I have a couple accounts just so I can see what other people are saying. Not other people, but our kids, and keep track of them. So
you're telling me that we're not going to find a Coach Yeagley TikTok channel anytime soon?
No, that I do not have. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure what it is. Just kidding. I do know what it is, but no, you're not going to see that. I'm too old school, I guess, or just old. One of the two.
No, you're very respected, obviously, by everybody, your community, your kids, and obviously us here at YSN. So, Coach, thank you so much for the time. As always, cannot wait till the next time. And I'll let you close it out the way only you can.
Oh my goodness, DJ! Again, I want to thank you for all you've done for not just South Range, but all high school sports, like we talked about at the very beginning. And YSN, your sports network, my sports network, my sports network is your sports network, is so crucial. And I love you guys to death, and I love what you're doing, and really appreciate it again. And I would always want to say, go Raiders.
There it is.